Welcome back to one more series of lean in RCM. How we can use this lean methods in improving our denial. So the today's topic, what you're going to cover here is how we can utilize the lean methodology in your modifier related denials. Okay, this is what we are going to cover today. All other things is already covered. See, now we just want to understand what is this modifier related denial. So let me share the detail here. I'm switch over to the Excel. Please confirm are you able to see the Excel here.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are all the denial which is relevant to your modifier related denials, right? So if you look into here, the CO4 and P4, okay, PR, PI4, this is a major part, which is a modifier. They'll say that the procedure code is inconsistent with the modifier. That's your major denial, which you're going to get related to the modifier. And here PR26, okay, which is a concurrent procedure rule. See, for example, if you are going to do two or three or two surgeries together, the modifier what you use is incorrect. That's what you're going to get it. And CO59, procedure based on the multiple and concurrent procedure. Both are more or less equal denial, but with the two different code. One is PR code, other one is a CO code. And 182, here the procedure modifier is invalid for the date of service. What it mean by that is modifier may be valid, but it is invalid for the date of service. Okay, it is a removed or a not active modifier is used by your coders. Okay, discontinued or reduced services, this require your modifiers. And the same way 236, the same related to your PR26, right? The same way. And COB18, procedure code and modifier is invalid for the date of service. And G4, procedure code is inconsistent with the modifier that is used. Okay, these are all the denial code which you are going to get it related to the modifier. Okay, so how we will deal this modifier problem? So if you look into here, okay, what we are trying to do is the general way. What we will do, first we will go on and check the claim. And there's the two way we are going to do. One is modifier is available or modifier is not available. If modifier is available, check whether it is a valid modifier and if it is an invalid modifier. If it is a valid, you are going to send it back for reprocess. And if it is invalid modifier, what you need to do, you have to send it to the coding team and coding team will give you the corrected claim. The same way modifier is not available. And as a AR, you are not supposed to change any modifier. So no other option. We have to go back to coding team and we will correct the claim, right? This is what the procedure we are following for a modifier related denial. See, I just want to group the modifiers in a different category. So I'll share this PPT to you guys. You can go through this. We have the list of modifiers. I try to combine with the category wise. Okay, the CCA editing, which is inclusive denial. What are all the modifiers can be included? Okay, bilateral procedure. Okay, these are all the some of the point. Okay, I don't want to get in detail about it because it will take at least 2 to 3 classes if we want to review one by one. Okay, if anyone specifically want the modifier related discussion, we will organize that. But this session, I don't plan for the modifier related discussion. So you can go through that. If any question, please send me a message. You can put the message in WhatsApp also. I'll pick it up from there and then we will prepare a slide. Okay, the modifier, you know very well, some modifiers are related to your reimbursement policy disturbance, right? Say, for example, if you're adding 50 modifier, it'll become double or 125% of the allowed amount you're going to get. These are all the things we need to understand when you're discussing on the modifier side. So let me move on. Okay, so I didn't want to go through that. So lean way. So how we can introduce lean here? See, for example, the same process, okay, when it is coming to your, when it has come back to your coding team and the coding team is giving a corrected claim, right? Here only we are going to bring our lean methodology here. What do you need to do? Give a feedback to the coding team and you get the details. See, because if your coders are doing a coding, how they can miss modifier or they can enter invalid modifiers. So you have to give a feedback to your coding team and you add that into the pre-billing checklist. We saw the pre-billing checklist, how it is working, right? You can add that so that your denials can be reduced going forward. See, what we are trying to do here is I added this Excel. I'll open the Excel and then explain. See here, see, for example, we will take a denied for a modifier. What are all the steps we will do? Okay, before I go to there, I'll give a type. Okay, what are the activities we are doing to solve this claim? I want to categorize that into different types, right? Say, for example, it may be a weighting, moving, adding value, and then adding cost. These are all the 4 types we are trying to categorize our workflow. And you know the waste type, right? It's a timeboard, right? Transport, inventory waste, motion, weighting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. These are all 7 type of waste which we are trying to eliminate from our process. See here, based on this activity type, we are categorizing that as value added. See, adding value is a value added. Apart from that, whatever you are doing, it will become a non-value added. So we are not notified that as a NVAs. So what you are trying to do, we will take one particular scenario. What I'm going to do is I'm checking that EOB or ERA to understand the denial. And then I'm going to check the modifier is available in the claim, and modifier is available and it is invalid. That's a scenario I took it here. Send to the coding team. Coding team will add the modifier, send back to AR, and AR will add the modifier and then refile the claim. This is a simple step, right? What we used to take a workflow for a modifier denial. I just categorize that into the type. Okay, what is activity types? So the first one, if I'm checking it in the EOB or ERA, so we'll call it as weighting, or it may be the defects. So it will come under the NVAs, right? Non-value added. It's not going to give any revenue to me. And check the modifier available. It's a waiting, right? Modifier is available. That is also waiting. I need to take action. And modifier is invalid, waiting. I'm moving to coding team, it become moving. Coding team sending back to AR, that is also moving. And then this is the first point, we are going to add a value, and this is add a value. So I'm just adding it. What is a non-value add? What is a value adds? This is a pivot I made from this particular process flow. If you consider the value add is only 25%, 75%, we are doing a non-value add work here, right? So if you consider 8 activity, in that only 2 activities are my value add activity, and 6 activities are non-value adds. If you take the similar one for here, see if 2 is value add and 5 is non-value add, when I found modifier is not available, right? Modifier is didn't added by the coder. Again, they are adding it. Here, if you consider 29% is a value add and 71% is a non-value add based on your workflow. If you consider why I'm getting a denial itself, that itself is a non-value add, right? Why I'm getting it. That's what we are trying to arrest. So what you need to do, whenever you get anything, okay, third type, for example, modifier is available, modifier is valid, I'm sending back for reprocess. See, in this scenario, I cannot do much, right? So when it is coming to a reprocessing cases, I can escalate to the provider relationship rep and I will reduce my denial category. If you consider here, 20% is your value add and 80% is your non-value adds. Okay, that's what we are categorizing here. So what activities we supposed to do? One, add the feedback to the pre-billing review, start check the claim billing with the incorrect modifier in the charge itself. So this is going to add your value here. Okay, that's what we're trying to combine and then try to present here how your process having a value adds and non-value adds. See, it's not only for this particular denial. Even if you take your daily activities, whatever you're doing, and then start adding these kind of types. Okay, what is my type of work, whether it is VA or NVA? Okay, if you start adding it, this will give your processes in a lean way or it is going out of the lean. Okay, so if you consider 70% of this work is in a lean way, that's a waste, right? That's a lean. 70% of my work is a waste. How I am going to stop it? That's the way you have to think of, right? I just added here and I embedded the sheet here. You can go through that and then it will give a clarity. Okay, what we are looking for and how we are going to improve our denial here, right? That's what we are trying to cover. Okay, so this is the basic slide, what we discuss about your lean in RCM. Okay, I hope you will understand how we can do this work